I am going to need a new theme song, aren't I? Can't keep using that really if we're not playing Nerf anymore. As you all know, Nerf Superblast coming to an end very soon. And me and a bunch of the guys are looking at different games that we can all play together so that we can keep together the great community that we've started and carry on playing and hopefully making some video content as well. So this is Modern Ops, one of the games that we're considering. Faithful found this and shared it in the Discord. I started playing it yesterday and I've got to say it is a ton of fun. I really am enjoying this game, although it is early days yet. It's not perfect by any means. It's got big pay to win elements to it, like many freemium games, but that's to be expected. So what we're looking for is games that are similar enough that we can kind of tolerate the bullshit and the crap that goes with it. This is a hot contender for me, to be honest, because I've been playing this game for about 24 hours and I've probably spent about 7 or 8 hours actually in the game. Like most of my free time I've spent playing this because it's just fun. I'm really enjoying it. And I very quickly got addicted to the gameplay mechanics and the idea of like trying to level up a bit and like get myself a half decent weapon, some decent gear to play with. And I'm trying to put together in my head a little bit of a strategy. I had a look online for strategy videos. There is a couple out there, but I'll be honest, they weren't great at all. They were like amateurish, kind of like not dissimilar to what I was making when I very first started with the Nerf Superblast stuff. So the reason I'm making this video is to kind of encourage my viewers who aren't in the Discord to come with us on this journey if you're so inclined. Suggest games in the comments if you've got games that you play, especially if they're free. That's a big one. It'd be great if there wasn't a pay to win element, but I'll be honest, you're not going to get that without paying for the game. Like, you know, you don't just get everything for free in life. That's just not the way things work. So in this game so far, we've got 4 people from the Nerf Superblast community, well 5 including myself. So Faithful's on here, Darth Vader's on here, Yami Ryan is on here, and Zonda is on here. So there's 5 of us. I don't think anyone else has really kind of played the game to the extent that I have. Looking at their levels and stuff, I think I'm around level 16, level 17. Everyone else is like at 4 or 5, somewhere around there. I also don't know if I'm going to keep playing this game long term. I mean, you're bound to hit that kind of wall that you get in these games where suddenly you can't level up easily anymore and the game encourages you to spend money. I actually first encountered this around about level 10, so I was using one of the cheap sniper rifles, which I'll show you later, and I found suddenly I was finding it really hard to kill people. I was getting a bit frustrated because I was shooting people in the head multiple times with a sniper rifle and they weren't dying. At the time I thought, oh, it's the game telling me that I need to spend money to buy new weapons, but actually it turns out that you can just like get helmets and stuff that protect you from sniper fire. So I was shooting at people with these helmets on, getting frustrated why they weren't dying. I understand the game mechanics a little bit better now, and you'll see even though I've got this much better sniper rifle, I can still shoot people directly in the face and you have to hit them quite a few times before they die. If you look on the left hand side there, you can see 195 life and he had, I don't know, 200 and something armor, 340 armor. So yeah, you do have armor. Ooh, somebody tried to blow me up with a car there. I managed to shoot it. Right, so that was a quick game there and it looks like we won. So I was the terrorists, the blue team. So it's typical red versus blue. Look at that, I dominated. 19 kills, 5 assists, 5 deaths. Right, I'll give you a quick tour of the game. This is your typical loot box first-person shooter. It's absolutely loaded with ads, long-form ads that you have to watch to unlock crates and stuff. I know some people hate it, I don't mind. Here's my friends list. Just sent a request to Yami Ryan. Faithful's not been on and accepted my request there, which is why he doesn't appear on the list, but Darth Vader and Zonda are in game. Hopefully we can play soon if I don't out-level everybody too quickly. Right, let's have a quick look at the equipment that we've got. So when you start the game off, you start off not with this, but with the AK-47 standard rifle. I've upgraded it. It's not very good, but it is a starting gun. What do you expect? So you've got lists of types of guns down the left-hand side there. Submachine guns, machine guns, shotguns, and sniper rifles. You can also get attachments for everything. So the first thing I did was I bought this earliest sniper rifle you could get, and I basically leveled up playing with this. Basic, straightforward, it was fun, it was effective. You know me, I'm a sniper, I like sniping. So I didn't do much with it other than upgrade it to the max rank. I didn't add any attachments or anything like that. I knew I wouldn't be keeping it long term anyway. And I didn't buy anything else. I saved all of my resources up to unlock this beauty, which you need to use gold for, which is the equivalent of gems in this game. It's expensive to upgrade, so I didn't do that. Instead, what I did was I saved up for a new zoom, a new scope. So you can see there, this one is legendary, gives me extra accuracy, damage, zoom function, and damage at range. You can get cheaper one as well, but I went for the more expensive one. And then I also unlocked an additional clip because you run out of ammo really quick and you end up picking up guns. So you can get different ones. I didn't go for the most expensive one, again that uses gold. I went for one that just uses cash. So it gave me extra ammo and quicker reload. That was the important part. The only other thing I spent resources on was upgrading my tactical armor. To be honest, I've upgraded it far further than I should have, because I am now once again saving up my resources to buy the scout armor. I think this will be good, but again it costs gold. I was also really lucky. Through my loot boxes, I managed to get enough pieces to craft the FBI hat. So for some stuff you have to collect pieces to craft them. I just happened to get all the pieces I needed for this, and the FBI hat is a sniper hat, so it gives you bonuses that's good for sniping. So yeah, I put some resources into that as well. Right, let's play a game with some commentary. I've loaded into the same train station that you saw at the beginning. It's actually good for sniping, this map, but the map itself is incredibly boring. You get very long lines of sights, which is unusual for this game. So it does mean I've got a little bit of an advantage as a sniper. Okay, get killed there. You do die a lot, but you know, it's deathmatch, it don't matter. You can instantly respawn. And sometimes you might want to die because you run out of ammo dead quickly, and if you're using a particular type of gun you might want that, but obviously you want your kill death ratio to be higher. So got this guy coming in here, so just zooming in, trying to hit him in the head, and I get a kill. Nice. Notice a guy on my left on the mini-map, so I turn around and I try and support my teammate. So looks like I get an assist there, and we've got incoming here, so I'm just going to try and take this guy out. I've taken quite a bit of damage, so all of my armor's gone. I'm not going to worry too much about that though. I'm just going to try and keep doing damage. So let's see if we can take this guy out. Yes, we do. Very nice. So you might have noticed on the top right hand side there's like a gold thing that is a radar. So every time you get a kill you get 5 points. So I've got 15 because I've got 3 kills, so I can use it to activate the radar if I want. The radar helps everybody out, so it helps out all my teammates as well. What the radar does is it basically scans the minimap and it shows the location of your opponents. It's a bit weak though, because your opponents can use a radar jammer, which just completely takes your minimap offline, which sucks. The minimap's super important on this game, especially for just navigating the maps while you're learning them. But the red dots are the enemies. So enemies show up by making noise generally. So you can find ways to be a bit more stealthy. So you can do things like buy a silencer for your gun and then you don't show up on the minimap, which is kind of cool. Right, I've got 5 kills. That's activated the little drone. So it's like a little RV car. Get myself killed, but I've sent the drone off. Once you activate the drone, it'll just automatically seek the nearest enemy and blow the hell up. Nice headshot, very good. Alright. So I'm just going to try and support my teammate here. We've got incoming down here. I'm using the zoom function a lot. I should mention as well, this game has an auto aim on it. You can turn that off, which I would like to do, but it is really useful because I am old and my eyesight absolutely sucks. So it really helps me to find opponents where I can't actually see that well. So like when it jumps across, I know there's an enemy there, and then I can zoom in and I can shoot them. But it is also dead annoying because sometimes it'll auto switch targets, and that can get you killed as well. So I think when I get a bit better at the game, I'll probably switch it off. But for now, I'm using it. Yeah, I do need some new glasses. Get myself taken out again, never mind. So you can just instantly respawn. You can also, if you don't want to instantly respawn, you can kind of watch the animation and it will show you who killed you. So I get taken out there just as I'm activating the drone. So you saw the guy on fire there, that's because the drone hit him. So when the drone hits him, it sets him on fire. So I've got some assist damage from that there as well. Alright, my opponents are pushing, my teammates are pushing up the left-hand side. Obviously not everyone's a sniper. If you're not a sniper on this map, it probably sucks. You can go underground, which 2 of my teammates have done there, and it looks like we've got incoming from underground. So just turn and take 2 of them out in a row before I get myself taken out. Right, we'll spawn back in on the right-hand side now. Just pushing up, so you can see the big red dot on the minimap, that represents a dead opponent. So if it's a big splosh, it's dead. If it's a small red dot, it is an active opponent. So a couple on the left-hand side there. Reloading is obviously really important. You just want to do that whenever you get the opportunity. This sniper rifle's got a long reload time, although I have reduced that by unlocking a decent clip. I think it was a clip that gave me reload. Incoming. The other thing, headshots, if you can get them, do loads more damage. Although, as you can see, some of my opponents are wearing helmets that give them protection. Right, so looks like I've got the radar up, so I've just scanned, hit the radar there, so you can see how that works right before the end of the game. Oof, close, but it looks like we won there. Let's see how I did. Probably quite well having a sniper rifle. Yep, I'm at the top there. 9 assistances is high. 8 deaths and 15 kills. Let's check another game. I'm starting to get familiar with this map. I still don't know it very well. Depending on if you're spawning as a terrorist or a cop. Depends on the side of the map that you start on. Unlike Nerf Superblast, you do get human players in this game. It's not all bots. I assume that there are some bots in here, but it's not all bots. So I'll get taken out in the 2-to-1 there. So I'm going to push back the same direction. So I like to fight down the right-hand side. You're getting a lot of fairly close quarter fights. This sniper rifle is not that bad at close quarter fights because it's got a high rate of fire, which is useful. But you can see 3 incoming there. I get a kill and then get taken out myself. We get some good opportunities to use the grenades in here. So I'm currently using bog standard frag grenade, and I'm also using flashbangs. On the right hand side next to that, you see the 5 and the arrow. That's med kits. It's like a little health injection you can take, and you can only use 5 you can only use 5 per spawn. You can only use 2 grenades per spawn, 2 flashbangs per spawn. That's just standard. Right, so I'll get taken out from the roof. Just something to mention, by the way. Your med kits, your frag grenades, your smoke grenades, all your grenades, essentially, they're finite. So you get them through your loot boxes, and when you run out, you run out. You can buy more, but don't. And to be honest, if you use them properly, you shouldn't be running out. You should always have plenty. But if you just start, like, if you just use them willy-nilly thinking that you've got infinite of them, like you've got ammo, you'll find yourself running out and then you'll be pissed off. So don't make that mistake. Use them when it's good to use them, and don't be afraid of using them either. Don't try and hoard them, because you will unlock more as you go. But yeah, don't just throw grenades for the fun of it, because they do run out. I've not come close to running out of any of these things yet, but it's because I'm very aware of this. Right, so we've got a couple incoming here, got a couple of kills, and you can see that I've got the car active, so I'm going to activate that, and boom, it blows that guy up, sets him on fire. and I get myself taken out. And you see the minimap's gone. That's because the opponent's using a radar jammer. So I still got the assist on that guy that I did a load of damage to, even though I didn't kill him. Right, there's another. So you can see what I mean. It's just sniping him repeatedly in the head. So his helmet's protecting him from sniper fire, but eventually the helmet breaks and then I get the kill. Once that helmet comes off, he's going to die pretty quick from a headshot. Obviously different weapons will work differently. I've not used the shotguns, the SMGs, the machine guns much. I use them occasionally because I'll pick them up off fallen enemies, especially if I'm running out of ammo. Nice headshot there. Right, so we're back in the game. So you can see it's very quick paced. It definitely feels different to Nerf Superblast, but there's a lot of similarities as well. So this guy's tried to flank us, so he snuck behind our lines. Noticed him on the minimap, and I took him out with some help from my teammates. This guy's come round now, took him out. He had a helmet on. He dies. Right, so I've just used my car once again. So you can see the car, not only does it take 25, that's 5 kills, 25 energy to use, but it's got a 60-second respawn time on it as well. So if you manage to use the RC car 4 times in a match, you've done very, very well. Average 2 to 3 uses. The radar, as you can see, has been jammed again, so the actual radar scanner, very, very useful in the first few levels, but it becomes less and less useful because I find people use the radar jammer a lot. To be honest, it's something I should unlock. It only costs 1,000 cash. Cash is this game's equivalent of gold from Nerf Superblast, or coins I should say. So you get a lot of it, but I get you need to use a lot of it as well. Use it to upgrade everything and use it to buy stuff. Right, I'm just going to do a quick scan, and as I do, I notice someone's behind me trying to flank me, so that was a really good use of the radar scanner there. You can see it being effective. Managed to use it to kill an opponent rather than being risk flanking. Right, RC is up, we're going to drop that as well. I generally will deploy the RC as soon as it's available because of that 60-second cooldown. Nice, that was a really good shot there. So I'm having a great time sniping. I mean, you know me, Ultra Select was my weapon of choice because I like fighting at a distance. Might change my mind when I start unlocking some of the other guns. The game, obviously, the way it's designed, especially if you look at the quests and stuff, it's designed to make you want to unlock all the different types of guns early on, which means that you use up all of your resources and it'll take you forever to get to something good, and then it'll encourage you to spend money. I cottoned on to that, which is why I didn't do it. Nice, absolutely dominated there. 19 kills, 9 deaths, 4 assists. There's your rewards. Obviously, you can pay for premium and get better rewards and stuff. Every time you come out of a battle, it'll put those offers in front of your face, which is annoying. Right, let's go into the equipment. So this is what I'm on about. You can see there, I've only got a few of the normal grenades. There's upgraded grenades. I've got a lot of them, but I'm saving those for higher levels, and then you can pay to unlock more. Don't spend your money on grenades. Same, I've got 60 odd of these medkits, and I've got way more of the bigger medkit, which is better. But again, these small medkits are going to be pretty useless as I level up, so I'm trying to use them now while I'm a low level, rather than just automatically switching to the better item. Right, so here's some rewards. I just got some of these points, so you can use them to like upgrade your character over the long term. I accidentally spent my first lot of coins on knife skill, which sucks. I've not used the knife once yet. But you do get knives. So you can see there, that's where you get your medkits. I got 20 there, 25 gold. You're going to need lots and lots and lots of gold. I also got some fragments towards the Spash shotgun. So I mentioned earlier you can craft weapons. You have to collect pieces of them before you can do that. So there's some of my quests in progress. You can see a lot of them are for weapons I do not have, so I'm ignoring them. You can see I could easily afford some of the cheaper submachine guns, but I'm not using my resources on them. I know better than to do that as a free-to-play player. If you do that, you'll just realise that when you finally get to something good, you've got no resources to spend leveling it up, and you'll get frustrated and either quit or spend money on the game. Here's some of the other points. So there's point capture, there's free-for-all, there is knives only, which I've not tried any of these other game modes, by the way. arms race, which is a first to level up and then kill someone with a knife. And then finally you've got bomb, so that's your classic Counter-Strike terrorists versus counter-terrorists setup. Presumably I've not tried it, I've just been playing deathmatch, which we're going to do now. And while we load in, time for a little clown baby confession. So I have actually spent a little bit of money on this game. I only spent £2 because when you join the game, it gives you a welcome introduction. Here's a super good offer that's only available for the first day. It was £2, and I did buy it. Now, to put it in context, last week I was at the arcade and I spent £2 playing a Minecraft game for 5 minutes. So I figured if I can spend £2 to play a game for 5 minutes, I can spend £2 on a game I've played for 4 hours essentially. So I bought that and only that, and I used that to then unlock this sniper rifle. So I didn't just buy it willy-nilly and then go, what can I afford? I had a strategy in mind. I already knew I wanted to use this sniper rifle because I'd spent time going through, checking out the weapons, seeing how much they cost to unlock, and how long I thought it would take me to get there. And I looked at the stats and I was like, okay, what will suit my play style? What do I think will be good? I settled on this sniper rifle because it looked good. So I think it cost me 2,000 gold, and I think through just being free to play, I think I'd probably accumulated about 500 gold anyway. So I did that, and then I saved up and I used the rest of my gold to unlock the scope. I think I unlocked that was about 1,000 gold. So that's all I've done. I've spent the £2 on the intro thing, and apart from that I've not spent any money. I'm not necessarily planning on spending money unless I start to put a lot of time and effort into this game, and if I am going to do that, I probably will, because I don't have a problem with the freemium model personally. I don't mind spending a bit of money on something I'm spending a lot of time on. For a start, it helps the game developers out. Right, this guy's hiding back here, so we're going to throw a frag grenade. That should hopefully smoke him out. And it does, look at that. Right, boom, we managed to kill him. So that's a good use of grenades rather than just chucking them for fun, is doing that. So yeah, I might end up, if I play the game long term, spending a bit of money because it'll help keep the game alive. Our beloved Nerf Superblast died, and part of the reason it would have died is because it just wasn't profitable. A part of that was down to the fact that they didn't have enough players, and then they weren't making content, and it was just a vicious cycle. But even if you're going to play free to play, watch the ads because that helps keep the game alive, and also you kind of need to. Some people get super frustrated with games with absolutely loads of ads. Like, I think probably watched about 30 minutes worth of ads to unlock free rewards per day. But I don't mind doing that because I'll just log into the game. I'll just set the ads off to collect the rewards. And while that's happening, I'll just do something else. I'll go on my phone, I'll play a different game, I'll do some cooking or whatever. So I don't mind, but I know for some people, those long drawn out ads, it'll really bore them. Look at that guy hiding behind a cop car, and he got me, that sucks. This map I'm on at the moment, not great for sniper rifles, to be honest. You get a lot of close quarter combat. As you progress in the game, you can have like multiple loadouts, so I presume that you can like switch in between deaths, which would be helpful, but I'm a long way from unlocking one of those. Right, I'm getting hit from the left, turn around, and I was getting hit from 2 different directions and just get taken out. What I am looking forward to doing is hopefully playing with some of my friends. I've had some games where my teammates are clearly coordinating with me, so you get to work with them and work as a team. So I saw 2 of my guys running this way, so I'm going to follow them and try and help them out. Ideally in a game like this, if you're working well together, you'll have somebody covering kind of every entry point. Ideally you'll be able to communicate through something like Discord as well, so you can talk in real time, but just pay attention to your surroundings. Boom, headshots. I've had a couple of like kills beyond the grave as well with grenades. That's been fun. I'll just chuck a grenade around there. So you can have a look on the mini-map. Can't see where anybody is. Doesn't mean there's no one there. It could be somebody stealthy. So 2 of them. So you see what happened there? I was shooting at that guy and the auto-aim switched to the guy that was closer. That's what I mean about the auto aim being annoying and a good reason to switch it off. Right, I just use a med kit there because I am in danger of dying. It brings back some of my health. I'm still close to death, and yeah, I get taken out quite easily. Once your armor's gone, you're not going to do that well, and a well-placed headshot will probably kill you in 1 or 2 hits anyway, especially from a sniper rifle. Right, pushing back up on. We're not doing too good here, actually. The game is very, very close. And now we're on the countdown, and it looks like we're just going to pinch a victory. Yes, we do. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I also unlocked a newer pistol. So I'm not using the starting pistol. I got a slightly better one. Just using in-game cash. It was not expensive at all. But yeah, the starting pistol obviously sucks. Yeah, don't unlock all the things straight on. Right, so this is going to be a main focal point of the battle on this map. Got to be honest, I'm not that keen on this map, and I get taken out by that guy coming up the stairs. However, I've learned, like, generally, if I go in that direction, got a good chance of killing people, so nice snipe there. You might think you're a sniper, why aren't you at the high ground all the time? Reason being is you just attract fire from all sorts of directions. It's obviously nice for getting kills, but you do also tend to get hit a lot. I prefer to be up in the action, where I can use my grenades and stuff like that and support my teammates. So even though I've got a sniper rifle, I'm not camping. So I get hit from the side, get taken out. I was getting attacked from 2 angles there. So that guy's still alive on the left hand side. Teammate takes him out. You can see on the minimap someone's coming up behind me. So I turn around and help him out. Takes out my teammate, but I get him in the face. Alright, so we've got somebody coming around here. There they are. So just zoom in. Oh, do a lot of damage, but I didn't get the kill. And someone's coming behind me and they take me out, unfortunately. So just load back in, but you can see I did get the assist on the guy, did loads of damage too, so it doesn't matter. Right, this guy's coming around here, blow him up. If you do loads of damage to an opponent and they heal, I don't know if you get the assist or not. I've not figured that out yet. We'll find out at some point. Right, incoming here, this guy with an expensive pay-to-win mask. I've seen that in the shop. If you are going to give this game a go, spend some time going through every menu, have a look at stuff, even the shop, even if you're not planning on spending money, because looking at that will inform you about the game. You'll learn. That was a 3-on-1 situation. That was nasty. I got taken out there. Should have thrown a grenade, really. I would have died anyway, but the grenade would have at least done damage to everybody. Incoming here, there we go, get 2 nice quick kills, and that activates the car, so we'll send the car off. And there we go. It looks like it's done some damage. I saw the guy flaming running off, but he's not dead. And I don't know where he's gone. Presumably he's hidden. Oh, right, there's someone else. So we'll just zoom in and you can see that heavy duty helmet absorbing all of those headshots, and he kills me. So obviously if you're spending money on gear in this game, you're just going to do better as a matter of fact. But at least at the level I'm at now, so I think I'm level 17, you could easily get this far without spending a penny. Not a problem. You'll always be at a disadvantage to pay-to-win players, but it doesn't mean that you can't play, doesn't mean you can't join in, doesn't mean that there's no point even trying. Looks like I just wasted a grenade there, throwing it at someone who was already dead. That guy snuck up to our left-hand side, noticed him on the minimap, turn around and pick him off. I spend as much time looking at the minimap as I do looking in front of me on this, to be honest. There we go, managed to shoot that guy down. I have reloaded and I've still got all my health. I've lost most of my armor though. It's a nice quick reload there as well. So, can't see where people are on the minimap, so he was obviously not showing up from the noise he was making. Comes round on my left-hand side and takes me out. I have got the radar active, so I can always use that, but I am going to try and get at least one more activation. And I just got blown up with a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher is one of the special items you can unlock, so instead of having the radar or instead of having the car, you can have a rocket launcher if you're willing to spend the resources to unlock it. I've been blown up with it a couple of times. It was quite expensive. I can't remember. I think it was like 3,000 gold or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I'll get the radar jammer next and get rid of the radar scanner. Right, do a bit of damage there, pushing up, 2 incoming, and I get taken out straight away. So it was a good opportunity to use a grenade, so I will. And there we go, that works really, really nicely. So it's one of the nice things about the instant respawns. So you don't have what you had on Nerf Superblast where you have to wait for your guns to unlock. You just join straight back in, and it doesn't matter how many times you die, you can get back in. So chuck a couple of grenades there. The first one I took was a flashbang. And right at the end there we get some kills and a very, very narrow victory over the counter-terrorists. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Didn't even do the best there, so someone on my team did better than me, someone on the opponent team did better than me. See, they're not all bots. Alright, that's a whistle-stop tour of Modern Ops. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments. If you want to start playing it, please do add me. My name is Clown Baby. You can just search for that, or you can use my ID number, which I will leave in the video description. Thank you for watching. See you soon.